Following today's first open training camp practice, Broncos head coach Sean Payton spoke with the media, and you know that the first thing that he was going to be asked about was the scathing article that was released by USA Today, where Sean Payton blasted everybody from Nathaniel Hackett to the New York Jets to the Denver Broncos ownership, pretty much everybody except for the players. GM George Payton got some heat from it. I mean, it was a very calculated hit piece that I almost want to call it. But Sean Payton did express that he does have some regret about some of the things that he said. Let's take a listen to what he told the media today. Now, this information is courtesy of ESPN. Payton said, "Listen, I had one of those moments where I still had my Fox hat on and not my coaching hat. I said this to the team. We've had a great offseason relative to not creating media distractions and whatnot, and I've been preaching that message, and here I am, the veteran, stepping in it. It was a learning experience for me, a mistake honestly. I needed a bit more of a filter." Payton said that he needed a bit more of a restraint and that he regretted it. I want you to pay very close attention to the way Payton worded this here. He said that he does express regret for saying some of the things that he said publicly, but he never apologized or backtracked any of those statements. He just kind of wishes that maybe he kept a little bit more of a filter on when going out to a public platform that was going to be seen by the entire NFL landscape. And of course, some of the people that he did mention in this article caught wind of it naturally, including the Jets brass. Robert Saleh got on and scathed Sean Payton for this, saying that if you don't have any haters, then you ain't poppin', and that he's looking forward to our Week 5 matchup. So there was definitely some feathers that were ruffled with Sean Payton's comments, but I don't think that he has any regret about having those ideas and those philosophies. I feel like he just has some regret about saying it publicly because it did create a media firestorm. And I gotta be honest, what else did you think it was going to create, Sean? Maybe Sean just kind of had a little bit of a lack of judgment in this situation. He kind of alluded to the fact that maybe he did, and he just still had his media hat on when he needed to be a little bit more filtered and a little bit more controlled because he is, once again, the head coach of an NFL team. And I do know that there were some players in the Denver Broncos locker room who were a little bit rubbed the wrong way by Sean Payton's comments, considering that they were in the building last year and they were amongst the individuals who were part of what happened in that building for positive or for negative last season. And for those who were positive contributors, I feel like those individuals may have been rubbed a little bit the wrong way, but I don't necessarily feel like Sean Payton's comments were targeted towards them, more so targeted towards the more negative contributors, i.e. Nathaniel Hackett, and to an extent George Payton and Greg Penner for allowing some of the stuff that festered to fester. Sean Payton called them out by name, and I don't necessarily think Sean is receiving any flack within the building for this because I feel like if Greg Penner is going to look at himself in the mirror and recognize his shortcomings, and same with George Payton, then that's how you grow in this profession. I'm hoping that they see it that way and not as a personal attack. Clearly, Robert Saleh took it personally, and so did Billy Turner. Both of them rushed to defend their offensive coordinator. But Sean Payton seems to have some regret about publicly expressing some of the things that he did and creating the media firestorm and ultimately creating distraction for the team. And that's what he said that the team is trying to avoid, and they've done such a good job at avoiding. So this is something where Sean Payton has now put the Denver Broncos on yet another high pedestal, and yet another spotlight is being placed under them, because you know if the team is not successful in 2023 that these comments from Sean Payton are going to get resurfaced and this whole mess is going to be absolutely drugged through the media mud. And I'm really hoping that we don't have to deal with that problem and that the team can just make the playoffs and we don't have to deal with that media circus. All right, Broncos country, I'm curious. Do you guys feel like Sean Payton was backtracking on any of his statements at all? Or do you feel like he was just kind of trying to save a little bit of face with the media? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts on this as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are 2 free and easy ways to show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out to fellow members of Broncos country and helps us get seen by more and more people just like you and me. And until next time, guys, this has been another episode of Denver Broncos Syndicate. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.